Hey guys, in this video we're going to unpack 3 things you can do as a D2C e-commerce brand that can help you stand out from a sea of competitors without you having to lower your prices and without really needing any super unique products. My name is Yandre, your e-commerce growth specialist, and let's dive straight into this video. Right guys, so if you own an e-commerce business or want to start an e-commerce store, then this is the channel to subscribe to. So I want to encourage you, if you're on YouTube, maybe just look on my left, on your right hand side, there's a subscribe button to get more videos like this if you wish. And if you're on Facebook, maybe just hit the like button and send this into the Facebook and YouTube universe. That'll really help me a lot and maybe also help a lot of other people who are struggling to grow their e-commerce businesses. Right, so in today's video, we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do that can help you stand out from a sea of competitors when it comes to the D2C e-commerce space without you having to lower your prices and maybe even without you really needing super unique products. Okay, so the first thing that I suggest you do that has worked for us, for our clients, and also keep in mind that I come from the retail space and the e-commerce space, and I actually owned a sports nutrition brand. I worked for one of the largest independent retailers when it comes to sports nutrition in South Africa. And one thing we did religiously that really helped us stand out and really allowed us to acquire customers at a much lower cost than our competitors was trying to provide added value. Right, so added value, you might be wondering, what do I really mean by that? It sounds a bit subjective, and by all means it is. What I mean by that is that you need to keep in mind that if someone is buying your products, they're not buying the product because they want the product. There's an actual desire behind the product. There's an actual reason why they're investing money into the product. There's an actual goal that they want to achieve, most likely and hopefully, right? And you need to ask yourself, what is the actual end goal behind people buying my products and our competitors' products? And that can help you better understand what value you can add on top of the actual deal or promotion or just an actual sale that can help your customer get to where they need to be faster. So considering my background in sports nutrition, one thing we would do is we would take a product like whey protein, which was one of the top sellers, and we would supplement it, no pun intended, with a meal plan or a workout plan, or sometimes even both. Now, why would we do that? Because again, someone who's buying the whey protein is not just buying it for the sake of buying the whey protein. Whey protein can help you build muscle, improve your overall aesthetic. So that person might want to lose weight, might want to build muscle. And therefore us giving them that extra value can help them reach their goal faster. So essentially what we're doing is, by increasing the value of the overall purchase by adding a meal plan and a workout plan, we're selling the same product for the same price. And sometimes even it's a matter of everybody else stocking the exact same product. However, the offer looks so much more enticing with your business purely because of the fact that there is added value on top of the product. Not to mention that your business actually looks like a specialist in the field. So again, it sticks out above the rest, and someone would probably trust your business a lot quicker than they would a competitor's, right? So another example we could potentially look at is maybe the beauty industry or the beauty space. Like if you are a cosmetics company selling your own cosmetic products, maybe from a skincare perspective, maybe from a makeup, point of view, you could potentially further boost the value of your sale of your product by including something like tutorials on the product. So if you had a QR code on the product, people could scan and they could actually see videos on how to use it, leverage it, different styles, different techniques that they can use in order to make themselves prettier, right? Another thing could be to focus on nutrition tips, because if we're talking about beauty, we're talking about your skin. If we're talking about your skin, we're talking about nutrition, because nutrition obviously impacts your skin tremendously. So maybe some nutrition hacks, homemade remedies that can really help you get that skin to glow or something like that. At the end of the day, I'm sure you get the idea by now. So let's move on to tip number 2. Cool. So tip number 2, which is one of my favorite ones, and that is really creating a story and a personal connection with your audience. And I advise this for all our e-commerce clients, especially the small to medium-sized ones. And we actually do it for our own business because it works. So Simon Sinek wrote a book called Start With Why. And I highly actually advise that you get that book and read through it, because it really dives deep into the reason why your business exists. You see, you can't tell that your audience and your consumers that you all about profit and that you want to build a luxurious lifestyle for your family and then you want to put your kids through private school. That's not necessarily going to resonate with them. And hopefully that is not the only reason why you obviously in business. So what it comes down to is that consumers are very intelligent and they want transparency. They crave authenticity, and they want to understand why the business actually exists. What's the bigger picture for the business? What is it doing in this industry? Who are you as the founder? You could be someone who loved doing shopping and who loved buying handbags, and you became this handbag expert because you were so passionate about it. And then you realized, you know what, there isn't really a great quality handbag for a great quality price, and therefore you started your own range. You see, that is something that might resonate with someone who is also a handbag enthusiast, and it's something that your audience can connect to, and it can help you stand out from a sea of competitors. Now, it doesn't always have to be your own personal story, your own personal journey. That is just something that works really well and that consumers enjoy. It could be, the fact that you really have good quality products. It could be that your formulation is unique. It could be that you're here to give back to the environment. Whatever it is really important that you put that in front as a message and as part of your marketing, so that people can actually see what your business is all about. Not only will that help you stand out, but it will also help your customers and your audience resonate with you as a business, which will give you the competitive advantage at the end of the day. So with that said, I want to end you off with just a thought. You don't always have to be clever. You can just be clear. Clear works so much better, especially when it comes to your marketing. It's just having a clear message that people understand, as opposed to trying to be clever. Not everybody has to be the Nando's of their industry. Everybody wants to be for some reason, but it is not necessarily the only thing that people connect with. There is much more than humor that you can leverage in order to make your brand stand out and draw attention in a favorable way. Right, so the last tactic is definitely not the easiest one, but it's definitely one of the most powerful ones, and that is that you can look at building a community around your audience, your target market. So whoever your target market is, if you are looking to sell products to fitness enthusiasts, you can look at building a community around fitness enthusiasts where people could come, ask questions, engage, interact. It's not just a one-way street of communication where your brand is speaking to the consumer. It's a two-way communication where the brand can talk back, ask questions, and engage. And on top of that, there is the third line of communication where customers or people in your audience or target market can start connecting with each other, which will strengthen the bond of the community, the warmth of the community, and it will further allow your brand to stand out, be seen as the trustworthy business, the credible business that actually has solutions, that actually care about the industry, care about the communities in this industry, by building something like a Facebook group, for example. However, this is a lot easier said than done. It does take a little bit of time and effort, but if built correctly, this can really help you stand out from a sea of competitors, help your audience to connect with you, resonate with you, care about your brand and what you sell at the end of the day. And it's going to make them, want to rather buy from you than someone else, because you are the one that's reciprocating with support. You are the one that's reciprocating with information and resources. And hosting this community, hosting the house party, if you will. You are going to be the popular kid at school, hopefully, if the party goes the way that you intended it to, in order to ensure that you are standing out from your competitors while you're selling the exact same products, while you don't have to necessarily always compete on price. Now, this might be a little bit time consuming, but like I said before, at the end of the day, this can be really powerful. And the reason it's powerful is because you're creating a magnetic type strategy. You see, there's really two types of strategies in marketing. And the one is that you push your message, onto your target market, or you create something that pulls your target market towards you, and a community can really help you do that. I mean, people want to be a part of a Facebook group where there are 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 people, where everybody is talking about the exact same things, right? The interests, topics, pain points, hurdles, where people could provide feedback, where people can ask questions, where you could host exclusive, masterclasses or product interviews or reviews or athlete interviews, whatever you really want to do in your space that's going to add value. You can do that in your own community. People will look up to you for it, they will appreciate you for it, and they will reciprocate with their own money. And lastly, at the end of the day, this group or this community will end up paying for itself over time if built correctly. Why? Because the bigger the group gets, the more people you can actually put your message in front of without really having to run Facebook paid ads or pay for email software, etc. So not to mention that if you have that promotion running, that Black Friday deal, going, you can put this in front of your Facebook community, your Facebook group, or whatever you want, wherever you want to host this community. The beauty of it is you don't necessarily have to pay for that message to be put there in front of your own audience. And on top of that, not to mention the benefits of doing market research. So imagine you wanted to come up with a new range of products, a new formulation, a new flavor perhaps. You can reach out to your own community, involve them in the process, which will further strengthen the connection of your business to them. And I'm confident, that they will reward you with their own money when the time comes. Right, so those were 3 tips on how to stand out in a competitive marketplace when you don't have unique products and when you don't want to have a race to the bottom on price. I hope you found value in this video. If you won't mind, if you want more videos like this, just subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube, or follow us on Facebook and other social channels, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video.